do that. Otherwise, there we are. So good morning to you over at YouTube land. Excuse me. I'm trying to go live simultaneously in many places with many things happening. And it's not going to plan. So good morning to you. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. For those of you that missed the beginning part, allow me to recap the items of news that we have for you this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Include an athlete that spent 500 days in a cave. We have sharkcanos. Yes, indeed, a mix of a shark and a volcano is a real thing. We've got the amazing facts coming up on that. We've got peanut butter diamonds. We look at the phrase, how'd you like those apples? And of course, we have a look at the first knock knock joke. I know, humor fans, hold on to your pants. We have the origins of knock knock. Yes, indeed. We also have bionic pants you can wear. We've got a computer powered by brain cells and much, much more. So do please stay tuned. Usually I run the intro round about now, but yes, that's not working right now. So good morning to you all. Let's go, shall we, over to the first story of the day. As I said, I've already put together the news, and I thought, but then this one popped up. Let me just pop it up over there as well. Check that out. Oh my goodness me, it's working. So here it is, a delightful story, but one which I think we can all call a bit of the scheisse of the bull variety. But let's read on. Maybe I'm just being critical. Maybe you can see something I can't. So let's take a look at this particular story, shall we? Man claims he was shot by his dog whilst lying in bed. Now, that's a clumsy dog, isn't it? Clumsy owner too. Where the hell was the firearm? Anyway, so let's go on, actually. A man was shot in the leg. Yes, indeed. Good morning to you, Lady Venus. I just spotted you there. Thank you. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Good day to you. Good day to the other people watching as well. Hello to you guys. A pleasure to have you over. So yes, where are we? There we go. Sorry, so many things to look at over here. So a man was shot in the leg while laying in bed with a female friend. Yes, indeed. It does develop a little bit like that as we go. And claims his pet dog was the one who pulled the trigger. Well, let's investigate, shall we, and see how realistic we particularly think this is. Hello to you people joining over there. Joined from your shore. There we go. Well, hello, Cadaver. I couldn't read that name, but hello to you over there in TikTok land. Good day to you. Anyway, so Gerald Kirkwood from Memphis, Tennessee, was relaxing, talking with an unidentified woman in his bedroom around 4 a.m. Okay, all right. On Monday, when his dog, Oreo, what a lovely name for a dog, got to say, if the dog is brown and not at all black and white, even better. But yes, Oreo decided to jump on the bed. We don't have a picture of Oreo, I'm sad to inform you. But anyway, Oreo, the 1-year-old pit bull terrier, was so excited. This is alleged, okay? This is the story the guy gave. So take it from it what you will. Okay, so he was, the 1-year-old pit bull terrier was so excited to enter the bedroom that he allegedly stepped on a gun lying on the floor and got his paw stuck in a trigger guard, which caused the weapon to go off. Kirkwood was hit by the bullet and suffered a grazing wound on his left thigh and was treated at the scene by paramedics. He was then later taken to hospital for a non-critical condition for further treatment. Okay. Before the paramedics arrived, which is lovely, Kirkwood's female friend reportedly left the scene and took the gun with her. Of course she did. Of course she did. This sounds legit to me, doesn't it? Quick, some other hellos to the ladies and gents, the ladies of the manor over here. And we've got good morning to you, Lady Flutterby, dearest Lady Flutterby. Daylight saving time screwed up the morning schedule. Oh no, is it savings time? Nightmare. And over there we've got Mountain Mum. Hello to you. Good day to you over there. And the people watching over there on the old Tickety Talk thing as well. Hello to you. Pleasure to have you join us. So let's keep on cracking. We were over here. So before they arrived, of course, the female had left with the firearm. Yes, of course she did. That sounds completely legit to me, doesn't it? Are you taken by this story? So there was a freak accident and the dog jumped up, caused the gun to discharge, said a friend of the wounded man. The friend also insisted that the pit bull was very friendly. Kirkwood is fine. Well, is that to allay the theories that in case this was a malicious act? Yes, the dog was. I am not going to sit for you, mofo. I'm going to blast your leg off. See how you like it. Yeah. So the friend. So anyway, the police report said when officers asked the victim where the weapon was, he advised that the female friend took it when she left. All righty. So then he was alone with an unknown female at 4 a.m. in the morning. Gun goes off. It's the dog. I'm not buying it. I don't know about you. What about you in the comments? Let me know what you think about this particular story. I'm smelling poop, and I don't think it comes from a dog. Yes, much larger and sort of cowish sort of thing. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, did you know also that a cow has more genetically in common with a dolphin than it does with a horse? Who would have thought that? You would have thought, okay, a cow, a bit sort of like horsey, 4 legs, a couple of eyes, But dolphin, no, much more closely related to a dolphin. There you go. You're welcome. Useless fact number 1 of the day. So let's keep on cracking on. So yes, one shell case was removed from the scene. Police filed the incident as an accidental injury. Well, at least it wasn't in his bottom. This is pretty much where a lot of these injuries sort of happen. Oh, sir, there seems to be a candlestick lodged in your colon. Oh, sorry about that. I was decorating and fell on it in a way, and all that. Yeah, those 7 gallons of baby oil. No. It's just my supply. I'm a big P. Diddy fan, Anyway, we've got a few more. Sorry, I haven't. We've got an admission here from Lady Glorious Flutterby, who says, "I always blame farts on the dog. Good job. When I was a teacher, I had a classroom for children. They're all doing work. Really needed some fart. But I thought it's going to be, don't really want to let it off next to my desk. I'll get the blame for it. So I walked to the back of the classroom, did my big fart, and then walked back to the kind of drifting it as it went. So everybody got it at the same time. No one really knew who it was, but I'm sure some people that were smart got it. So well done. Thanks for thanks for that. Anyway, back to the story. We did the story. Yes, of course, it was an accidental injury. Yes, of course. As I say, good job it wasn't up the bottom. Because that would have been even more embarrassing. Made it for great pictures, though, don't you think? So the next story we're off to today is the Sharknado story. I like this one. I like this. Now, you may have heard of shark tornadoes or shark, whatever it is, the crazy B movies. I've not seen one of those myself. Quick sip of coffee. Do excuse me. Yes, I've not seen one of those myself, but I'm sure they're lovely. So let's have a look. Oh, there we are. We just reached 100 likes. Oh, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, right, we're off. That was it. I was on story 2. Sorry, I do get myself confused. So we're off to Sharknado. Yes, Sharkcano. But first of all, I'd like to propose that we don't need this K in the middle there. Just saying, we could have just gone Sharkcano. And we would have all got it. But now we've got a Sharkcano. Just saying, terrible name. Not as bad as people that name bats, for those that have been here a few times. Nod to you. But yes, here we are. So anyway, let's go through, shall we? A Sharkcano launches hammerheads across the ocean after giant underwater eruption. There we go. Oh, thank you very much. I've had a flame heart. Thank you very much for my flame heart. Marsh 2K13 FNTTV. Good job. Thank you very much. That's a GG. Thank you very. I don't know what a GG is, but I've got one now, and I am now fulfilled. Thank you very much. Good job. Thank you. And a couple of diamonds. I don't know what that means either. Diamonds presumably is quite good, right? Yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much. Thank you so much for your support over there. Brilliant stuff. Back to the story. So over here then, let's go with this one, shall we? We forget about the fictional Sharknado. Yes, indeed. It's time to embrace the bone-chilling reality of a Sharkcano. Yes, that's right. There's an underwater phenomenon, which sees sharks spewing out into the ocean. I mean, no, it's not just a terrible Friday night on the reef. It is, of course, they're spilling out of the thing. The terrifying sounding occurrence is caused by a submarine volcano called Kavahi. Oh, Kavahi sounds good. Oh, yeah, I'll take Kavahi and Coke, please. Yes, that sounds nice. I'd like that. Which is part of the Solomon Islands in the Pacific Ocean. There you go. Located around 15 miles south of Vangunu Island. Why would they use that as a point of reference? Well, the point of reference to where it is next to Some other island nobody's heard of. Yeah, good job. Well done. I have, however, heard of the Pacific Ocean. I believe it's quite big. Anyway, so its peak stands roughly, just over 1,000 meters out of it here. There it is. There you can see the delightful picture. That doesn't look very volcano-y there, I suppose. So anyway, above the seafloor, lies just 65 feet below the waves. All right, there we go. Living within a relatively active volcano's central crater are multiple scalloped hammerheads and silky sharks. Oh, silky sharks. It's romantic, isn't it? It's like a lingerie version. There is a type of in the shark world. Your genitals, the male genitals, are referred to as claspers. And there's one type of shark which has its clasper right there on its head. Just this little swinging clasper on the front of its head. And if why that shark hasn't been called the dickhead shark, I'll never know. But yeah, it might be called the clasper shark. I don't know what that is. But thank you again, Marsh 2K. Thank you so much. You're incredibly very kind over there sending things. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. Thank you. So anyway, so when there is an undersea eruption occurs, the apex predators have nowhere else to go but upwards and outwards. Blimey. An unusual image released by NASA. Can you imagine? This sort of shark explosion that sort of registered 6 on the Richter scale. And, well, you'd have sort of bits of shark everywhere, wouldn't you? And the hammerhead ones too. They're hardly the best looking ones, are they? Maybe the silky one. Silky one might be nice. It comes out in his little lingerie, little teddy. That'd be nice. Let's see. An unusual picture released by NASA Goddard in May 2022 shows a huge plume of discolored water rising toward the Pacific Ocean surface from the Sharkcano. Yes, there we go. Well, it's an after picture there. That's after it, but just looks like it's had a wee, doesn't it? The bloody cameraman's just had a wee, and now he's got to. Oh dear. Anyway, additional occurrences were observed during later eruptions, noted in August 2023 and April 2024, as per recordings by the Global Volcanism Program. That sounds like Star Trek, doesn't it? Yes. Nanu. That's not it, isn't it? No, Nanu is Mork, isn't it? What did he do? Something about prospering, isn't it? Live long and prosper. There. I've got it. There we are. We didn't have to bring in mustard for that one. Anyway, where are we? Oh, sorry. What's this one? I heard if you, it says Lady Flutterby, I heard if you tickle a shark under its jaw, it will flip over and fall asleep. Did you see that? There is a famous video where a guy kind of flips a shark up, doesn't it? Maybe it's like a rabbit. Isn't it the same of a rabbit where you sort of, if you kind of turn it upside down or whatever, it just kind of goes and submits. Yes, my favourite submitting animal has got to be those goats. Have you seen those goats that when they get scared, they tend to sort of like fall over, don't they? Get this temporary rigor mortis and fall over. It's like a defense mechanism. So that one dies, the rest of the goats live, isn't it? But why would you want to? Oh, damn it! I'm one of those goats. I'm going to eat. Basketball. Thank you so much. There's lots of stuff. I don't know what all these things are, but thank you so much. That's incredibly nice of you. And somebody else there. It's Marcus's friend. Oh, hello, Marshall. I'm playing Marshall as well. Thank you. And apologies for this wreckage of a show, young sir. Pleasure to see you. Anyway, back to the story. The Sharkcano nickname was coined after the 2015 research expedition uncovered the astonishing facts that sharks were inhabiting an underwater volcano. So they didn't try moving them. They didn't say, well, how about we move these sharks? We kind of like do a man-made volcano bowl thing. It could have Wi-Fi, all the modern amenities. You know, we could really do well on this. No, they didn't just let them sit there. Let's watch the sharks, guys. Yeah, that's good sciencing, isn't it? Although apparently good sciencing, you're not supposed to get involved, are you? Anyway, where are we? So it remains a mystery whether the sharks residing in Kavahi were affected by the recent eruption that caused the plume captured by the image, or if their instincts allowed them to detect danger and flee the area in time. Well, don't tell us that. Oh, there's a lovely thresher shark. Look at the tail on that. Anyway, Kavahi is known for its, oh my God, how am I supposed to, let's try this one. Photomagnetic. That was easier than I thought. Yeah. Eruptions, a violent type of activity where the water and magma interact, resulting in an explosive release of steam, ash, volcanic debris, and shark. Love it. Blimey. And firing molten rocks known as incandescent bombs. Well, it's a rock, really, isn't it? You know, lava. And there you go. Isn't that delightful? Well, delightful not for us, not so much for the shark, presumably. There you go. Beautiful. On to the next story, ladies and gents. Let's see what we have here. It is, of course. Oh, sorry, I haven't been seeing the chat there. Thank you very much over there. Yes, good morning to you. A pleasure to see you. Absolutely. So we're going over to the next story over here. I've lost myself. Where am I? There I am. I'm back. I'm disconnected. Fantastic. Where are we? So we are over to this lady, Beatrice Flamini, an athlete emerges after 500 days living in a cave. Now, yes, you do, of course. There is nothing to doubt about this story. But I think her claim to a world record may be a little bit flawed. So let's read on and I'll explain why. So here she is. This is Beatrice Flamini, delightful Spanish extreme athlete who emerged from a cave after spending 500 days with no human contact in what could be a world record. But that's not so bad, is it? You've got to go spend 500 days and not have to talk to any humans. Wow, yeah, fantastic. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But then there's me doing this every day. Anyway, so when Beatrice entered the cave in Granada, Russia, in Granada, Russia had not invaded the Ukraine and the world was still in grip of the COVID pandemic. It was part of an experiment closely monitored by scientists. Yes, she said, I'm still stuck on November 21st, 2021. I don't know anything about the world, she said after exiting the cave. Well, you didn't miss much. You really didn't miss much. If we have a quick look at what she might have missed. So she missed the end of November, the end of 2021, all of 2022, and then a bit of 2023. So if we have a look at some of the stuff, you didn't miss a thing. You didn't miss a thing. Okay, yeah, the whole Russia-Ukraine thing, yes, is going on. I can't talk about that. There's the flu of the unknown origin went on. I can't talk about that. So yeah, the only other thing, we had a state funeral procession for the Queen. Presumably she probably didn't care too much about because she's not English. So, so what's been going on since I was away? I don't know. Jake Paul had a fight. That's that. What can we do? They had an earthquake in Afghanistan. Would you care? And we had monkeypox virus outbreak. Fantastic. Well, welcome back to the world. You go back in, would you? Give me another 500 days. I'm going back in. Anyway, so she, of course, she'd come out after this sort of sensory deprivation. It was literally in a cave. And she was monitored by a group of psychologists, researchers, and specialists in the cave studies. Good job. Give yourself a better name. Isn't it splunking? Isn't splunking something you do in caves? I don't know. But none of the experts made contact with her. So during those 500 days, she didn't actually speak to anybody at all, which I think is that's got to be the worst part. Plus, if you're inside, you can't see out, obviously. So it's kind of that casino effect, isn't it? You don't actually know what time of day it is. So you become disorientated. Interesting. Anyway, so footage on the Spanish TVE station showed her climbing out of the cave, grinning before hugging her team. Speaking shortly afterwards, she described his experience as excellent and unbeatable. Stick it back in. I've been silenced for 1.5 years, not talking to anybody but myself. And I found myself pretty fucking irritating at the same time. Yeah. I'd be awful. I'm really erratic and I've probably got some sort of undiagnosed ADHD. I would be going mental. I would be mental in 5 days, let alone 500. But no, she did it. Good job. But she says, I lose my balance. That's why I'm being held, she says. And if you allow me to take a shower, I haven't touched water for 1.5 years. God, you can't have a shower either. Ooh, you're going to be a bit funky after 1 year of being in there. Blimey. Well, here she is looking funky. She kind of just looks like she's been to a festival. That's a festival. Yeah, where you look and smell like you've done 500 years in a cave. Yeah, that's going to a festival. Anyway, Ms. Flamini, whatever, later told reporters she lost track of time after about 2 months. Jesus Christ. How do you even keep time? Obviously the lack of rising and setting sun is a bit of an issue, but bit of a mystery. Where are we at? So one of the toughest cave moments where there was an invasion of flies. It's in the cave, leaving her covered. That's got to be awful as well, isn't it? Just nothing, or darkness and flies all over you, zizzing around your ears. Ooh. And I bet there weren't nice flies, like little blue bottle ones that we could probably handle and squish. And not, I bet they're like nasty, like, you know, nice country insects. Yeah, ooh, awful. So anyway, the extreme athlete also described auditory hallucinations. Yes, when you are silent, the brain makes it up. God, I can imagine. Yes, you would be going absolutely mental. But does she qualify for world record? Well, let's have a little looky, shall we? Experts have been using wrong sentence. Ms. Flamini's support team said she's broken a world record for the longest time spent in a cave, but the Guinness World Records has not confirmed whether there is a record for voluntary living in a cave. Because if there was, the cavemen probably would have got it. They lived in caves for thousands of years. You doing it for 500 days? No. So I don't think they'll be getting that award. They do, of course, have the longest time trapped underground, which I don't know if it's an achievement. You know, if it's against your will, is it an achievement? You know, people have been held hostage in countries. There was Terry Waite was chained to a radiator for like 8 years or something, or whatever he was. And, you know, they didn't say, well done, longest chained to a radiator in the world ever. You know, here's a record. Yes, that might have been horrific, but look, you've got a lovely certificate. Yeah, so I don't think that's it. Also about Terry Waite, it was however long he was held hostage for. When they let him out on the plane on the way back, they said, "Oh, would you like a drink?" They said, "Oh, gin and tonic, be lovely." So they gave him a gin and tonic. The guy was wasted. He couldn't walk off the plane. So they had to put off all of the kind of, you know, the heroic getting off the plane sequence, you know, maybe some slow motion. You know, the man has just survived, you know, torture and awfulness for like however many years. But no, he was solved his story. They had to put off the interviews for the next day. Good on him. So anyway, yes, the world record will not stand. It will not be part of the thing, unfortunately. So there you go. Let's keep it moving. I'm sort of running out of time a little bit here. Where do I go next? Where do we go next? I'm going to go. Let's go highbrow on this next one, shall we? So, a few phrases that we might use, things like how about them apples, or of course knock jokes. Now, here comes the fascinating origin of both things. We're gonna go in first with some humour, shall we? Now, Shakespeare, unfortunately, is taught to all of us here in England. If you're at school, it is a nightmare of things. You've got to do Midsummer Night's Fanny Party. I don't care. Shakespeare. No one cares about Shakespeare. Everybody hates Shakespeare. Yes, he might have come up with some funky words, but he also came up with some funky jokes. Now, the knock joke, for example, is attributed to good old Shakespeare. Yes, indeed. Now, what kind of hilarity might we experience in Shakespearean times? So, yeah, I could have looked up the date, but I haven't. What wonders? Allow me to introduce you to the world's first knock joke. Here it is. It's really freaking long. Look, I don't think they'd invented like short, sharp humor at this point. You know, it wasn't really like a real moment. Oh, hold on. See, we've got some more information. Those Cleveland girls were there for years. The one girl is blind from the lack of light. Oh my goodness. Well, that's the thing, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, and then as soon as you come out, you're like blinded by their light. Blimey, thank you for that, Mounted Woman of Honor. Good job. Love the info. Where were we? Back over here. So yes, of course, here it is. I'm not going to read you the whole damn thing because you know it's awful. And I'm about to perform some shakers. Check out my culturalness. Yeah, that's the word. I am going to deliver to you the first amazing knock joke. Here is the setup to the line. This appears apparently in Macbeth Act 2, Scene 3. A favourite of all comedians. What's your favourite joke? Well, you know, Macbeth Act 2 was just rib-breakingly funny. So here we are. The setup is Porter. He's a knocking indeed. If a man were Porter of Hellgate, issue of turning in the key. Okay, so that's the setup. We're not supposed to find that funny. Okay, that's just the setup bit. And then knocking within. I'll even do knocking. Immersive. It's immersive here, isn't it? So let's go. It goes. There's different lengths of knock knocks, but the second verse I think is one of the finest. Do allow me. Knock knock. Who's there? In the other devil's name, Faith, he's an equivocator, but could swear in both the scales against his scale who committed treason. Not enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. I guess I'm missing something there. Yes, hilarious in Shakespearean times. You know, that was brilliant. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what I was doing, but I did a bit of Shakespeare for you. You're welcome. Other things, of course, are the origins of other phrases. Like we do, like I said, we do, of course, have the "How'd you like them apples?" Where the hell did that come from? Does it have anything to do with apples? Not really. If we go back to this fascinating place down here, I'm going to show you where it's. In fact, the thing that it came from is one of these. This is known as a toffee apple. It's a kind of explosive device for tanks. And they go, oh, did you know that when the British people were making their tanks, they wanted to hide what it was they were building, so they called them water tanks. So then later on, when they became called tanks, it's because their longer name was water tank. There you go. And then also another one here is that anti-aircraft fire was called an attack, a bit like the attacks, wasn't it? But yeah, there you go. Interesting thing. So here it is. It is about this thing. So what they would do is they would heave these sort of bomb things, which look like a toffee apple, at the enemy tanks and go, how'd you like them apples? Wonderful. That's where it comes from. Yes, indeed. People have been sort of committing apple abuse for many, many years. In fact, there was once an idea that the Greeks might throw an apple at you if they were going to propose marriage. But don't worry, Apple fans, Greek apple fans. That has now been debunked as something slightly different. So yes, here they are. No, throwing apples at people was not considered a marriage proposal. Stupid. In ancient Greece, there is an ancient Greek throwing an apple. They were quite prolific, weren't they, the Greek people? So anyway, yes, here we are. The claim I've mentioned here comes in variations. One version holds that in ancient Greece, throwing an apple at somebody was a request to marry them. An example of this version claims occurs with in the thing called there. But actually, no, it was more flirting. So what they would do is rather than actually profess your love, you would grab an apple and huck it at the person that you love. Why not? Why not use some sort of fruit-based attack in order to do that? I mean, why the hell not? Let me just do one of these things. I don't know what this thing does. I'm going to click this thing and click on that. Use that. All right. I can only use a thing and a thing. All right. Good stuff. I'm exploring what I'm doing at the same time. Which is so orange. You're glad I didn't say banana. Oh, good. That's mustard yellow. Good morning, mustard yellow. I hope you are very, very well over there. Also, Shakespeare also added loads of phrases to the English. Break the ice, wild goose chase, good riddance, and for goodness sake, amongst others. Good man. Look at that. See what wonderful, what wonderfulness you guys are giving to us. There we are. So. Yes, indeed. Yes, because there was an association between apples and erotic attraction in Greek religion, mythology, literature, and art. Yes, the apple. Yeah, doesn't remind me of anything myself. No. Anyway, so let's keep on keeping on. We're going to keep going on to another one, which I found. Now, it is true, of course, that you can make diamonds these days. Kind of thing. Diamond, of course, made out of carbon. Carbon, you can find pretty much anywhere. Charcoal, for example. But what of other sources of diamond making thing? Well, allow me to introduce you to peanut butter diamond. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Here we are. It was back in 2007. A team of scientists from Edinburgh University, they're very drunk up there in Scotland, proved that it was possible to make diamonds from peanut butter using a technique involving pressures higher than the found in the Earth's core. They said it was made possible by a stiletto heel effect, which was lovely. So essentially, they get two stiletto heels and do this, two diamond stiletto heels to do that. But yes, and here is, I've tried for ages to find a peanut butter diamond. Here is one. I've not seen such thing before. Not the nicest of diamonds, I got to say, isn't it? It's sort of like brown nicotine stain sort of color, isn't it? So I can imagine why people don't do that. But who'd have thought this would then really kind of make you think, well, what else can we use? So coming up in later episodes, I need to move on. Actually, time's getting past. So later on, we will discover what else we can do. I am, of course, running out of time. Where do we go? One last story. Let's do this. Let's do this little contraption here, just dead quickly before I go. The bionic pants. Yes, indeed. Not much pants, got to say, going on here. It's more like a sort of a bionic bit that you stick on your own leg. But, you know, if they want to call it pants, then it's fine. But it's basically a chair that you wear. I suppose that's quite nice marketing, isn't it? Sitting won't kill you. Well, that's reassuring. Thanks for that. It's actually great and important. And for some people, like assembly workers, you can see where they're going, right? Not having a chair to sit on can actually pose a health hazard. That's why Nooney, 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 developed the chairless chair. A chair you can wear. Yes, indeed. Top marks for sticking the chair 3 times. Fucking thing. I hate that. Noonie, isn't that also the slang for having a little cheeky one around midday? Isn't that, or was that nooner? Is that what that is? Anyway, so I wanted to show you these things. Right, come here. I bet this bloody video isn't going to do me now, is it? Let me refresh this page for a second and see if I can show you this delightful video. Oh no, it's down here. Sorry. Here is the video. It is without sound. So here is go away. So here is the pants. This isn't pants. I must protest. Pants in what way? In the English way, I was hoping. I thought it was like a pair of boyfriends or some speedos, or some cyber speedos. Could you imagine? But no. Here it is. In this thing here. What it does is you put your bum in the top end, and you put your bottom end around your ankle. Yes, indeed, not the floor. Your ankle. So, you can take up to 100 kilograms per leg. So what's that, 200 kilogram person? That's quite big, isn't it? I think that's nearly 3 of me. So that's quite handy, isn't it? But the thing is, though, it puts all the weight directly into your ankles. Yes, all of you, rather than the floor, your ankles. I mean, they'd hate to cause a mess on the floor. I mean, your factory floor is probably expensive, right? But don't worry about them factory workers. Put all of their body weight into their ankles, and it'll be fine. They can stay there even longer. So I have a major problem. Number 1, this is not a pant. Number 2, that is going to buckle your ankles and give you all kinds of other problems. But hey, at least you can still pack people's Amazon shit really quickly, right? Good job. Okay, so I believe that will be the end of the stories today. I need to go do that thing. As I go, I was going to tell you, of course, about this machine here, which in fact I'm going to do it very, very quickly. Can you believe it? It's a 35 grand computer that literally uses brain cells. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell you more now. I can't tease you so much. The world's first code-deployed biological computer is called, using lab-grown human brain cells. The neurons in the C1 run in biological intelligence operating system, which simulates a world for the neurons to live in. So, when people talk about, it's GSP, hi GSP, noticed you in there. Very good. Thank you so much. Yes, do please subscribe, like, follow. Do things. That'd be fantastic. I know brain cells, but they've grown the brain cells themselves, you see. And then what they do is they put the little brain cell on like the silicon chip, and they kind of like grow in symbiosis, and like the electric pulses from the silicon chip can manipulate the human brain cells, which have been grown. So you can imagine then, if does that human brain cell then have consciousness? Are there now this breed of humans? You know how, like in the Matrix, we're all plugged into that big battery. Well, actually, maybe we didn't even get that far. You don't need a whole body, right? If you're human, you just need bits of it. You don't want the bowels, you don't want the intestine, you don't want to feed the damn thing, right? So why not? So if maybe humans that in the future don't exist as complete bodies, we're just a couple of cells in some weird computer. Scary. Yeah. But we can blame Australia for that. Where's Lord Koala? Are you over here? It's the Melbourne-based biotech firm revealed what it's calling the world's first code-deployable biological computer called the CL1. We'll just tell CL1. That's much easier. Thank you. Yes, indeed. The computer says it'll be available to researchers in June for about 35 grand. Yes, indeed. I believe that's, it's only 6 days old, so it is this June. Yeah, there you go. Spooky is all hell, if you ask me. So I'm going to wrap up now. Thank you so much for watching me over there, both on TikTok. Hello, thank you for watching over there. Can I see chat? I can see the chat now. I've moved the thing. Sorry over there. Some people have had to say hello over at TikTok. I do apologize. What is that? I've got 14 diamonds and 543. That's quite good. 543 likes. That's nice, isn't it? Good job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. So I will go. I must go do the thing. So I will hopefully see you again tomorrow for more offbeat news, reviews, and things you never knew you needed to know right here at Coffee at the Manor. As we will do every morning at the same time. So do please join us. Give us a little follow so you can know that we're going online. Do please subscribe so we get the little notifications. Thumbs up and all that kind of business, flap and all this sort of thing. Right, so do please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.